Hello everyone, welcome back to SPARC Archery YouTube channel. As usual, I'm Coach Shaz, and I'm back with you guys for another great video. So today's topic is the 5 things, non-archery things that every archer should have. Right? Let's get to it. Okay, so before we start, as usual, to the guys that have subscribed, thank you very much. Really appreciate it a lot. To those who haven't not subscribed yet, please do subscribe. It really helps me a lot. And just to remind you guys, I do have a Patreon page. So to those of you who wants to support me more directly, you can go and visit my Patreon page. The link is right down in the description. And let's get to it. So today's list is very simple. So these are the items that I think, from my personal experience and thoughts, the 5 most important things that every archer should have. We'll start from the least important and then we'll go to the most important. Alright, so the first one. Ta-da! Yeah, so multicolored pens. So these are not just regular pens, these are actually mostly are paint pens. So for particularly this one, you guys can see it's a paint pen. So I got multicolored, and then you can always use this one. So this one is a metallic color, and this one is surprisingly also very good. So it's a bit, it's outline decor line. So these are very important. Why? So as archers, when we go to competition, our arrows needs to be marked with our initials. Or for me, I just like to write my full name, and I like to number my arrows so I can tell which arrows are behaving like oddly or things like that. So it's good for us to identify problematic arrows, things like that. So personally, for normal archers, you only need 1 or 2 pens. That's enough. But for me, I'm a coach. I have a lot of kids. They have different color preferences, and also I do for a lot of arrows, so I tend to go through them quite quickly. So number 1 is to write your name, initials, and numbering your arrows. Number 2, you can always use it to line your arrows, to use tape on fletchers. So either spin wings, gas pros, excess wing, things like that, or like even using fletching tape for feathers. So you need those lines, using the fletching jig, make those lines. So you need these kinds of pens so that the line is very clear and easy for you to use it for fletching. Alright, that's the first one. Very easy one, very simple one. Number 2. So number 2 is what I find handy a lot of times. So what is it? It's a multi-tool. So for me here, I'm using my Victorinox Swiss Army knife. So the tools that I mostly use on here are my scissors, especially during making repairs on servings and things like that, and my small pliers. So these are quite small. So what are they used for? So usually to take out arrow points from target stands and repair points and things like that. So sometimes you need to work with heat, so you can grab. But this Swiss Army knife pliers are a little bit too small to be comfortable most of the time, so you can go for a Leatherman and things like that. But a multi-tool is always nice. So, and then the next is a Phillips head, screwdriver, and there's always a flat head here, and then some knives. So I don't really use the knives in here because it's not as sharp anymore, it's quite old, but you can use it for knives as well. So a multi-tool is, I think, a very important tool to have. You can get the ones that are for normal use, like general use, like the Man, like this one, Victorinox and other brands, or you can go for archery branded multi-tool. So I have seen Win and Win came up with a multi-tool. So maybe I'll link a picture here. So that's number 2. Number 3 is a box cutter or blade. So this is very important too. Why? So especially in when you want to repair fletchings, things like that, you want to clear off some glue, you can use this. Cleans off very nice. The blades are sharp, and when it gets dull, you can always snap it off and get the more sharper blade inside. So very neat tool, very important tool. So I usually carry one blade and then some spare blades inside, or some spare blades inside the carrying case. I use this a lot. So from fletching to stripping out center servings. I also use it for what else? Quite a few things. So things like making knocking points and things like that. This really helps. The sharpness of the blade is really helpful, really useful. So definitely one of the most important things in the list. The next, we're going to a wind resistant lighter. Okay, wind resistant lighter, so it shoots out the blue flame. So a blue flame. So wind resistance lighter and a small glue stick. So why? So mostly points these days are attached on using glue stick. So not this glue stick, usually we use some specialized glue stick, but this works just as well. And wind resistant torch. So sometimes we have to work on the field, instant repairs and things like that. So this is really helpful if the field is very windy and you use a normal lighter. It won't do the job, and it takes a lot of time to heat up the points and things like that if you want to take it out. So this works really well. This is quite cheap for me here, a couple of bucks, and it lasts quite some time. And if you need it, and we can refill the gas inside. So it's very simple. You just burn a little bit of the glue, put it on some points, put it back in. Instant repair, very important. So my archers usually carry a lighter with them. Not all of them, but most of them do. But this is much easier tool to use. Yep. So you don't have to really worry about wind and things like that. And the last thing on the list, this one is a little bit very far off archery, but I know a lot of people use it, especially here, which is this. So those of you who are familiar with plumbing, you will have seen this a lot. So this is a PTFE tape, or plumbing tape. So this is white tape, things like that. Yeah, you can see here. So this is the most useful things in archery. So what can you use it for? So there's a lot. If your knocking point is too loose, you don't have time to reserve your center serving, just add a little bit of this, tightens it back up. You can use it as a knocking point. So this is what I use a lot as temporary knocking points. So it comes, you can put it on easily and comes off easily as well. You can use it to support your end loops. So once your end loops on your limbs are fraying, you wrap this up a little bit, supports them, so you can use it a little bit longer. For those of you shooting modern archery, recurves, barebow, compounds, you get things that are loose. This helps keep them on, especially plunger buttons, sights and things like that. Especially when you use more economical products, so like cheaper sights and things like that. So they tend to get loose, they tend to move. This is your best friend. So a lot of uses for this. It's cheap, it's small, can carry around in your quiver. It's a very good solution for everyone. So those are my top 5. So my 5 picks for non-archery items that every archer should have. Alright, so I hope this video has been helpful to you guys. As usual, if you guys have anything to want to add or you don't agree on, please leave a comment. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe please, and if you guys can, please visit my Patreon page. And as well as if you guys want to communicate from different platforms, I am on Facebook, I am on Instagram, and coming soon I will be on LinkedIn as well. I'm not in Twitter yet because I don't really know how to use Twitter, but name is the same, SPARC Archery. You can find me over there. Alright, so thank you very much for watching. See you guys next video.